Hi everyone, it's Jennifer from Breath of Life Yoga Flow. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's practice, we will be using a strap. If you do not have an official yoga strap, don't worry. You can feel free to use a scarf, a tie, what else? Just anything long, even like a really long towel. So take a moment to grab that, maybe hit the pause button and then meet me back here. So today's class, we're going to be, again, opening up our joints. So creating a bunch of space and opening in a lot of our joint spaces. We're going to be focusing a lot on the back and the legs today, but we're also going to be doing some great wrist opening work as well. So take a seat in whatever way is comfortable for you, either sitting on a block or a bolster, or just elevating your body so that your knees are just below your hips. This is very helpful for those of us that are feeling a little less flexible. The higher you get, the easier it will be to sit. So once you find a comfortable position, just rest the tops of your hands on your thighs, either palms up if you feel like you need more energy, or palms down if you feel like you need some more grounding energy. And begin to connect with your breath. And as you connect with your breath, just get a sense for how comfortable your body is in this position. Are you feeling any stiffness in your back and your shoulders and your neck? Are your legs uncomfortable? Are your feet falling asleep? And just notice, bring your attention to any area of discomfort and just invite the breath into those spaces. With each inhale, you create opening in that place of discomfort or tension or stress. With each exhale, you let go and you can relax more deeply. Of course, knowing that if you're having trouble relaxing, just make perhaps a few minor adjustments to get yourself comfortable. A few more breaths just sitting here. Spine tall, shoulders relaxed. And on your next inhalation, gently float the eyes open. Take in your surroundings. Gently bring the hands by your sides on the floor or resting somewhere by your sides. On your next inhale, bring your shoulders to ears, a nice big squeeze. And exhale, send them back down and around. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Fill up the lungs and exhale with a sigh, let go. 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, relax. Inhale, shoulders to ears. And exhale, relax. Hands resting by your sides on the floor. Take a nice inhale, make sure the spine is nice and straight. And then exhale, slowly tilt your left ear to left shoulder. Take a few nice big breaths into the side of the neck. If you need a little bit more assistance, you can take your hand on the left side, wrap it around the right side of the head, and give yourself a gentle tug. With your right hand that's on the floor, you can walk your fingertips away from you just a little bit to get a little bit more extension in that stretch. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, release everything down very, very slowly and gently. Come back to center. Take a nice inhale to reset. And exhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder or opposite side, whatever that is to you. And again, if you want a little bit more assistance, lift that right hand up, wrap it around the head so it's resting on the left side of the head, and give yourself a gentle pull. And maybe walking that left hand out away from your body a little bit more. This should feel really good. This should not feel too intense for the neck. We're going for, at the most, a hurts good. Never hurts bad. That place where you feel like you're just playing that edge, where it feels like it's just enough. Yummy stretch. Take one more inhale and exhale right where you are. On your next inhale, release the head and let it float back up. Good. Another reset, spine nice and tall. Then exhale, just bring your chin towards your chest. And inhale, lift the chin up towards the sky. Exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, chin towards the sky. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Hold here. If you're feeling really tight, just notice how you feel the stretch in the neck, sometimes even going down all the way to the mid of the back. That's very common. You have a lot of very deep neck muscles that attach to the mid-spine all the way up to the neck. Everything is connected. Your next inhale, come back to neutral. And now just make very gentle circles with the head. And these circles can be as small or as large as you feel comfortable. I have a lot of neck injuries, so I don't typically make my circles very big. Sometimes I can't even lift my chin up without pain. So I go really slow, really easy, reverse directions for your neck. And I just take my time and I explore what feels best to my neck on any given day. And meet me back towards center. Take your arms out in front of you. And you're going to just bend the right arm. So it's at 90 degrees. You're going to take your left hand, wrap it around the very base of your hand. So right at the wrist. You're going to grab onto it pretty firmly. And you're going to pull the skin down towards the elbow. And then what I want you to do is circle the wrist around. You should feel a really nice, yummy stretch here. So you're just pulling the skin down away from the wrist towards the elbow. Circling the wrist, go in one direction, then go in the opposite direction. And relax, go ahead and shake it out. Should feel really good. You should feel a nice opening with that. And then we're going to switch hands. Now to the left arm, 90 degrees. Take the right hand, wrap it around the very base of the hand, right at the wrist joint, and then again you're going to pull the skin down towards the elbow. You won't feel anything much until you start circling that hand around. And we'll circle one way, and then in the opposite direction. And if you lose your grip, it's okay, just reset your hand position. And relax, shake it out. Bring the hands down in front of you, and then flip the fingertips so they're facing you. So we'll do one side first. So I'm starting with the right side. Fingertips towards you. The arm can be as straight as possible and feel a nice pull through the wrist. And again, this is going at your own pace here. So for you, you might be out to the side and pull. So just feel whatever your body's capable of. Maybe you barely even lift the wrist up. Maybe it feels good for the palm to be flat on the floor. Again, just play with what feels good to you. Good, relax that right hand back towards the front and flip it so the top of the hand is down onto the floor, fingers still facing your body. And again, you'll feel a nice stretch through the wrist. And again, no sharp stabbing pains. Nothing should be shooting through to your fingers. This should just be really nice. And if it is too intense and you're getting any of those sensations, you back off what you're doing. Always honoring your body and what your body is asking for, again, today in this moment. Relax the hand, shake it out. Still feel a little intense. Ooh. Okay, and then other hand. Left hand. Palm faces you. Palm to the floor. And take a few breaths here. If your legs are getting tired of being in this position, feel free to just extend one leg or both legs out to the side. Release that shape. Bring the hand back to neutral, and then just flip it. So the top of the hand is facing down. And again, this time you're stretching the opposite side of the wrist. And relax. Shake out both wrists again, both ways. Okay, we'll go through the fingers one at a time. First, stretching out the thumb. We'll do the left side first. So left thumb, pointer finger, just pull it away. You guys get to see how mobile my fingers are. They're pretty mobile. And just go through each one of your fingers. Hold as much as you see fit for your body. Pinky. Good. And then right hand, when you get the chance, thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. So when I was a massage therapist, this was really helpful for me. Interlace the fingers. Reach them way out in front of you. And now lift the arms up. And then exhale, just relax down. Excellent. Now we'll both reach both legs out to the side if they haven't been already. I'm going to move back a little bit more so everyone can see me. So take a moment and scoop the buttocks flesh out from underneath the knees. If you're still sitting on your back, that's fine. If you want to come fully onto the floor, you can. Doesn't matter, just get into a position that feels good to you, where you can point your toes towards the ceiling. That's step number one. And then just see, maybe your legs are super bent, that's fine. Maybe they're able to straighten flat onto the floor, it doesn't matter. And we'll just take some nice little side bends here, going towards the left. Inhale up to center and exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Bring the left hand down to the floor in front of your left leg. Reach the right arm up and out. Inhale back to center. Exhale opposite side. Inhale back to center. Exhale opposite side. Inhale back to center. And exhale opposite side. Inhaling center. And exhale, gently walk the hands out in front of you. Again, just seeing how far the body can go today. I am not going too far because I'm a little stiff right now. Close the eyes and take a few deep breaths in and out. Feel the shoulders relax, feel the jaw soften. Relax the space in between your eyebrows. Your next inhale, walk the hands back towards the body. And go ahead and bring the hands all the way back behind you. Go ahead and just shake the legs out in front of you. Bring them together. Bring the feet onto the mat, knees up in the air. Bring the knees together. Wrap the forearms around the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Then exhale, just gently bring the forehead to the knees. Upwards child's pose. Feel a nice stretch down the spine. Inhale, lift up. Keep the feet right where they are. Bring the knees out to the sides and just gently pull the feet together. Sit up nice and tall again. And we'll exhale, roll forward, leading with the chest down towards your feet. Inhale, reverse that. Come on back up. Head lifts last. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale, roll back up. Inhale, roll forward. This time we stay. Close the eyes, breathe in deeply, and just sense in the body where it's holding on too tightly. A lot of times we store tension in our bodies that we're not even consciously aware of. So if you just take a moment to do a quick body scan from head to toe, all of the joints, we can really feel where we're holding on to tension unnecessarily. And once you find those spots, take a few breaths in and out. Imagining that tension melting like ice in the summer sun. On your next inhale, gently float up. Bring the legs out in front of you. I'm going to go to the side so you can see me. Scoop the buttocks flesh out from underneath the sitting bones. Toes to the sky. Big toe mounds touching. Spine nice and tall as you inhale. Lift the arms up nice and high. Exhale, gently fold forward towards your toes. And inhale, lift back up. Strong core. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift back up and out. Exhale, fold forward. This time you stay. Hands are either on the outer legs, or if you can grab your feet, you can. Or if you have your strap or your tie nearby or your scarf, you can lasso the bottoms of your feet, hold onto the strap, and pull yourself gently forward. Take a few breaths into the spine, into the backs of the legs. On your next inhale, gently float back up. If you're using your strap, release it, put it to the side. Scoot your butt halfway onto the sticky mat if you're not already there. Bend the knees, heels on the floor, toes up to the sky. Bring the hands out. Hold here. Pull belly in towards the spine and up towards the heart. Shoulders away from the ears. Gentle core work here. Good. Bring the hands to heart center. We're going to do just a little bit of twisting. So bring your right elbow to the left knee. You can lift that foot up. Exhale back down. Inhale, twist. Opposite side. Exhale down. Inhale, twist. Exhale down. Inhale, twist. Exhale down. Inhale, twist. Exhale down. Inhale, twist. Exhale down. Very good. Release the hands out in front of you. Gently lower all the way down to the floor. Burn one vertebrae at a time. Slow, 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 slow until you land fully on the floor. Reach the legs way out in front of you so they're flat on the floor. Reach the arms in the opposite direction. Imagine someone's pulling you apart from the wrists and the ankles. A nice big stretch through the core. Then exhale, just release everything. Let it go. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, nice full stretch from fingertips to your toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale, just soften. Excellent. 1 more time. Inhale, stretch it out. Stretch, 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 pull, pull, pull. Then exhale, release. Excellent. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Actually, just to the outside of your rib cage if you can. If you're feeling like this is too much of the strain with the left leg extended, you can bend that left leg and put that foot flat on the floor. But if you're fine with the leg out straight, you can stay there. Okay. Circle the right ankle one direction and then the opposite direction. Excellent. If you have your strap nearby, or if you can grab on to the big toe, coming to the inside of the leg, grab onto the big toe and come into a half happy baby pose. If you're using your strap, you're just lassoing the strap around the foot and pulling down, doing the same thing. Good, stay here, feeling the stretch. Bring the left hand to the belly. And make sure you're breathing nice full breaths in such a way that when you breathe in, your hand lifts with your belly up towards the sky, and as you exhale, things just release down to the mat. Good, relax that leg down straight onto the floor. Opposite leg, left knee hugs into the chest, just to the outside. And again, circle that ankle one direction. And the opposite direction. Snap, snap, crackle, pop. That's what my joints are doing right now, especially my left ankle. I tend to notice that I crack more where I've had past injuries. Okay, grabbing onto the big toe of the left foot or using your strap. Right hand can come to the belly, come into half happy baby pose. So the left knee reaches towards the floor. It doesn't reach the floor well for most of us because we're not that flexible. And the base of the left foot is pointing straight up to the sky. Full deep breaths here. And exhale, release. Bring both feet to the floor, knees are up towards the sky, and feet are about a little bit wider than hips width distance apart. Bring the arms up behind you so that they're resting on the floor. And then just windshield wiper your legs back and forth. So the knees come towards the floor. They may not reach the floor. It doesn't matter. And once you're back swooshing over to the right side, just take a pause there. Hold for a few breaths. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can walk your foot until you can grab it with your left hand and pull that left foot in towards your left hip. You'll feel more of a stretch in the left hip flexors, also known as the quadriceps muscles. Also the psoas is in there too. Excellent. And your next inhale, release back up. Reset back to center, both feet flat on the floor, knees towards the sky, and then switch over to the left. And if you're feeling this stretch just with moving the legs and holding here, then stay right where you are. If you want a little bit more, you can walk your foot closer towards your left hip and then reach down with the right hand to pull that right foot hip. I don't know about you guys, but this feels really intense to me today. Your next inhale, release, back up towards a neutral position. And this time, everyone, please grab onto your strap or whatever you are using as a strap today. Bend the right knee into the chest, flex the right foot, and go ahead and lasso that right foot with your strap. And then slide the hands down, a loose grip on your strap, so you can straighten your right leg high into the sky. Knee is ideally straight here. I say ideally because that's what we're aiming for. It's not always true, but eventually we'll get there with practice. And you're gently pressing the foot into the strap and the strap into the foot. So you're pulling down on the foot just slightly towards the floor using your strap. And notice how my elbows are on the floor. This helps me to keep my shoulders down, my chest open. And if you want, you could extend your left leg long onto the floor. That increased the stretch for me a little bit. How about you guys? You might feel a little shaky. Shaking's okay. Again, as long as it's not a sharp, shooting, stabbing, pinching, horrible pain, you should be okay. But always honor your body and back out if you feel like it's too much for you. All right, take both ends of the strap into your right hand and go ahead and send that right leg out to the side of the body. So the toes are reaching for the right ear. They may not get there, but they're reaching for it. It does take some engagement with the right arm to hold that leg in place. And then you try to straighten your leg a little bit more. Check in with that left leg that's straight on the floor. See how it's doing. Try to relax it a little bit. So interesting to notice how when one of our body parts is stressed, that the whole rest of the body just joins in for the fun. And inhale back towards center. Take a moment to grab the strap with your left hand. You can release the right hand down and just ever so gently, keeping the hips on the floor, the buttocks on the floor, just cross the right leg so slightly over the left. You should feel a nice stretch or engagement of the muscle on the right outer leg. Exhale, bring the leg back towards center. Bend the knee to release the strap. And just take a moment to extend both legs if they're not already. And you should feel like your right leg is longer than your left. This is my favorite thing to notice in yoga. So just revel in that awesome feeling. And then let's open up that left side. So if you want to start out, you can bring both feet to the floor once again. And then just bend the left knee into the chest. Take a moment to lasso the strap around your left foot. A loose grip on the strap, but just tight enough to hold things in place so you can straighten that left leg up to the sky. Again, elbows to the floor if you can, keeping that chest open. Again, if you want to slide that right leg straight towards the floor, you can do that too. Just breathe into the back of the left leg. And your aim is for a straight leg, but it's not always possible. Take a moment and just look at your foot, your left foot that's up in the air. And just make sure that the foot isn't twerking in one direction or the other. It should look like the foot could stand right on the ceiling. If you can relax that right leg that's extended on the floor, not doing anything, not needing to engage necessarily. On your next exhale, just take both ends of the strap into your left hand and slowly lower that left leg out to the side. Feeling a nice stretch on the inner leg. Toes aiming to reach the left ear. You can see that I am not anywhere close to that. On your next inhale, come on back up. Take a moment to pause. Bring the hands of the strap into the right hand, and then gently send that left leg slightly, ever so slightly, over that right leg. And you'll feel a nice stretch. I feel it in my left outer knee on the back. I feel it in my IT band, the muscle that runs along the side of the leg from the knee all the way up into the hip. On your next inhale, come on back up. Exhale, bend the knee gently into the chest so you can release that strap. Bring the strap out to the side and take another nice big stretch here from fingertips to your toes. All right, and we'll roll on to our bellies from here. So go ahead and flip on over. Take your time. I know I am. Okay. So we're going to start in Sphinx pose. So the feet can be fairly wide apart here. The elbows are directly underneath the shoulders, palms spreading. Close the eyes and just take a few deep breaths here. Feeling a very gentle squeeze in your low back. The low belly can engage to protect the spine. So that just means gently engaging the abdominal muscles by pulling your belly in towards the spine and up towards your heart. And again, this is very gentle engagement. You don't need to really hulk it out. That's not really the point of yoga. Just a gentle squeeze can be more effective than more intense engagement. On your next exhale, just release all the way down to the floor. Make a pillow with your hands. Rest one cheek to one side. Go ahead and bend the knees so the feet are in the air and windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Bring the legs back to the floor. Bring the chin onto the floor in a neutral position. Bring the hands directly by the chest, elbows hugging in towards the sides. And we're going to inhale, pull the low belly in towards the spine and up towards the heart, and then gently lift the chest and the shoulders up off the floor. Shoulders slide down the back towards the feet. Feet press into the mat. Relax the jaw. Soften your forehead, space between your eyebrows. Excellent. And exhale, release. Rest one cheek to the opposite side. Lift the knees. I should say bend the knees, lift the feet into the air, and windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Back bend today. Go ahead and bring the chin back to a neutral position. Bring the palms down by your sides, face down, and then walk the feet together until the big toe mounds are touching, squeezing in towards one another. On your next inhale, lift the shoulders up, and then lift the legs up and the feet up. Pull the low belly in towards the spine and up towards the heart. Shoulders away from the ears. No straining. Do just enough till you feel a nice, flexible, strengthening shape that your body is making. Gonna take one more inhale here. Then exhale, release down. Again, make a pillow with the hands. Turn the cheek to the side. Rest the head. Again, lift the feet into the air. Windshield wiper those legs back and forth. This helps clears out any discomfort in the low back. Excellent. Come on to your hands and your knees. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we'll move into a few cat-cows. Take a nice inhale. Arch the spine. Look up. Exhale, round the back, curl in, chin towards the chest. Inhale, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, round the back, curl in. Inhale, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, round the back, curl in. Inhale to a flat position. Extend the right leg back behind you, tuck the toes under, and really reach out through that back heel so you feel a nice stretch through the calf muscle. A lot of times when we have plantar fasciitis or cramping in the bottom of our foot, it's actually because our calves are really tight. So this is a nice opportunity to open them up, feel a nice stretch back of the calf, maybe through the back of the knee even, leg is straight. Excellent, and exhale, release. Switch sides, extend that left leg back, toes tucked under, and again, really press through the back heel. Take one more inhale here, and then exhale, gently release. Walk the hands back up towards your knees so you're sitting on your heels, and just roll onto your hip and come seated facing me. Good, we'll do a little bit more with the spine before we end today. So we're gonna just take some big circles with the spine. So you're gonna roll forward and then back, shifting from one knee to the other as you come forward. And now going in the reverse direction. Good. Inhale back towards sitting. Release the hands by your sides, palms facing forward. On your next inhale, lift the arms up to the sky, look up. Big stretch, and then exhale, palms through heart center. And do that one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms through heart center. And last time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, this time palms rest at heart center. Close the eyes. And just take a moment to notice, as we end in the same position that we started, what is different in your body? How do you feel? Is there more opening? Is there more strength? Is there an overall more feeling of stability or peace? And thank you so much for exploring how your body is feeling today with self-compassion and openness. I look forward to seeing you on the mat the next time. Namaste.